Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Booty here, collecting Blue Eyes White Dragons and other rare Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We have a special video today. This is potentially my biggest and greatest pickup ever. Yeah, this is the first of many, hopefully, and it's definitely something new and different. This is the first video where I will be opening mail and actually authenticating the card for a potential pickup. Three things I'll definitely need for this is one, a loop, which I have right here. Standard cheap loop you can get anywhere online. It has 2 points of magnification and a light. Second, I'll need a scale. It's been controversial in the past, especially in any TCG or card history, to weigh cards and weigh packs to tell which foils you have, but for this case, hopefully it'll be used for a better purpose. So I'll be using this scale, a standard scale. It flips open like that, turns on like so, and last but not least, a black light. It's not common to use this on cards, but I figured why not, since you could see things you can't normally see with the human eye. Also for this video, I'll actually be calling the original owner of the card and package, and we'll be opening it together, and hopefully we can figure something out and make this deal happen. You free for a couple minutes while we open up this package and stuff?
Yep, you got it.
Cool. What is that? Vinyl or albums behind you? Or posters?
Black lights.
It's pretty cool, bro. It's funny because I'm actually gonna be using a black light to like take a look at the card.
Yep.
Shee!
Okay. Yep, I got faith now.
All right, let's do this. A package all the way from Muskego, Wisconsin. All right, I feel some bubble wrap. No, and cardboard. Nothing else in the poly mailer. Cardboard. Some more tape. All right, there's still some more tape. Alright, is this the front or back? Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, we got the Dark Magician on this side. I'm going to take it out of the top loader. Great. Yeah, I'm going to try to keep this in frame for the whole time for you.
I appreciate it, but yeah, like I said, you go about business.
It's taking out the penny sleeve. You can still see, right? Okay. Alright, now we have a Dark Magician, no name, top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right, no Eye of Anubis, first edition, pretty beat up, dinged up, whitening on the sides, no hollow foil either, and for the big reveal on the back, Blue Eyes White Dragon. First edition, STK 001, Gold Eye of Anubis. Wow. A potential misprint like no other. Alright, first impression, condition, completely damaged, completely wrecked. And like, I'm not big on condition, but they're always gonna just say it's like beat up or heavily played. I mean, first impressions, it looks great. I'm just gonna work my way in, just like getting closer and closer. Yeah, after all, this is what, like 2 or 3 months in the making. Your Blue Eyes, my Blue Eyes, which is also SDK, first edition as well. I have a Blue Eyes that's like also in pretty beat up condition, so it can kind of like be in the same level of comparison to yours. No, the holofoil looks good. The lettering looks good on first glance. The first edition looks pretty good. Yours is a bit bolder, a little darker. The STK 001, that looks good. And then the Gold Eye of Anubis, first impressions, first glance, that looks good. Again, mine's on the left side. Sorry if it's not in focus.
Okay. Oh yeah, no worries.
Anyway, I'm gonna hit it with the loop now. Alright, let's weigh the card. My Dark Magician first edition SDY coming in about 1.49 grams. I'll weigh it again, 1.49. The Blue Eyes Dark Magician card weighing at 1.49. Okay.
The exact same.
Yeah. And then I'm going to weigh it again, dance between 1.49 and 1.48, so it's surprising it was the same weight. My STK, my Blue Eyes White Dragon STK first edition with Gold Eye of Anubis, it weighs less, because I tested it out earlier in this video too. It's 1.48, and because there's more damage, like more like edge loss. It's a bit lighter, a 1.45 this time. My total guess in the beginning was that your Blue Eyes Dark Magician would have weighed more because there's more like just more going on, but it's in the same. Yeah, it's around the same realm of weight, so that's actually a huge plus sign.
That's awesome to hear.
Gonna do a black light test now. My STK first, Dark Magician first, Blue Eyes, and Dark Magician all the way on the right. After reviewing everything with the loop, the lettering looks good, looks exactly the same. The light attribute sign, all the rosettes seem to be the same. The star rosettes as well, all the tiny dots are the same. The hollow foil, a bit brighter on my STK Blue Eyes White Dragon first edition. It doesn't pop as much on the Blue Eyes Dark Magician misprint, but through certain angles you can still see the hollow foil is just as clear. I compared the Blue Eyes Dark Magician misprint with another unlimited card for some reason, and the hollow foil was actually very similar in terms of not as vibrant as the first edition, which was a little strange, but after again looking at it with a loop, the hollow foil is still there, as you can see. If it's worthy to note, it's glossy as opposed to wavy. Looking at the first edition text, they also lined up, everything was the same. The STK-001 text, also the same. Text box, the font is the same. Lettering is the same, all the margins line up. The G is over the two L's on both texts. The attack and defense line up. The Eye of Anubis, the same. Won't be visible off my normal camera, so I'll have some B-roll. And this is all under the magnification of the loop. Looking at the Dark Magician side, coloring is also the same, along the same lines. No text, no indentation, so no acetone, no hollow foil, which is very interesting to note. And when compared to Dark Magician, also STK First Edition, everything is the same in terms of the Dark Attribute sign, cardstock, and the star rosettes. No hollow foil, as I noted. The STY-006 matchup, text box matchup, attack and defense matchup. No Eye of Anubis. Extensive comparisons have been done on the edges of the card, tops, side. Nothing too crazy to note. Back. I did note that there was almost microscopic separation on this side of the card, Blue Eyes Dark Magician here, which can't be seen on this camera. But then after comparing it with other Blue Eyes cards with the same age and condition, it's very normal. Also interesting to note is this light bend on the card. After looking at both sides, it's just a note from the condition. No entry marks on the edge of the card. In terms of weight, everything checks out, and it's important to note the edge wear and loss of the card on the sides. The last test with the black light revealed nothing. No traces of tampering or fluids or marks. Can you tell me one more time how you discovered these cards?
My memory serves, we just got them out of starter decks. Yeah, no, I mean, they've been in our possession for like 20 years, I would say, like 18 plus.
Do you remember where you got them from? From a store or Walmart? Just any random store?
Been to New Berlin Target, I think, that we've been going to.
Do you have the original decks, or like, by any chance, or any cards that could have been originally with the starter decks that you got them with?
Besides, obviously, the other misprint one.
Lord of D and Dark Magician. I'd love to take a look at that one at some point in the future, but yeah, there seems to be only one other card like this in existence so far. Great, I sent you the first half of the money, and the first third of the money, and now I'm gonna wire you the rest of it. Hey y'all, the deal has been done. Alright, a little bit about how I discovered this card. I have been a long-time lurker on a Facebook misprint group, and in this post, I find a set of two extremely unusual cards. Dark Magician with Lord of D on the back, and of course, Blue Eyes White Dragon with a Dark Magician on the back. Extremely rare, extremely unusual. I've never heard of a combination like this. Misprints are extremely hard to come by, and one with no name, extremely oddly cut, barely a black border on top, first edition, and no Ivanubis. Extremely unusual. And of course, Blue Eyes White Dragon STK first edition, gold Ivanubis. The post gathers some attention. Some people speculate on the authenticity of it. And obviously I talked to the original poster, and we talk and talk and talk. And then after a couple months, we finally arranged some type of deal. I sent him some money as an advance. He shipped the card over. I just took a look at it, reviewed it, did my best to authenticate it, and then bank transferred the rest of the money over. Honestly, my one true grail for my collection. And I doubt I'll ever find any card that can possibly top this. I don't care if it's a LOB Blue Eyes first edition or STK first edition or DDS Blue Eyes. There's probably nothing else like this card, and its extreme unusualness, value, and just rarity in general. Extremely happy with this. I definitely paid a lot for this card. That's just what happened because the seller did not want to sell this. It was not for sale. But we talked for days, and we talked for weeks, and then we talked for months, and after a good long amount of time, we finally struck some sort of a deal, and I'm very happy that he was able to communicate with me and just just meet me halfway and really figure it out with me. So I paid upwards to a 4-digit amount, and it's definitely the most I've ever paid for anything in my whole life. Yeah, it took a long time to save up, but I'm very happy with it again, because there's definitely nothing like this I've ever seen. If you've seen anything else like this, please let me know. I've seen other cards like this when I was doing my research in the world of MTG and also Pokemon. Some people might know of the Blastoise with the Magic the Gathering back that recently sold for quite a large amount. And there's also been a few posts I've seen of possible Yu-Gi-Oh cards with double-sided backs, as in both front and back have been the standard Yu-Gi-Oh card playback. A card like this, I've just never seen before. Yes, we've seen cards with unusual cuts, cards with no name, cards missing the Ivanubis, but never this unusual, crazy 1 in a million odds combination, especially as a Blue Eyes White Dragon and also a Dark Magician. Anyways, I'm just gonna drive it home saying this card is not for sale, not for trade. I'm gonna sleeve it up, and it's gonna stay that way for a long time and just hold it in the vault. Alright, if you guys made it this far, I definitely want to say thank you again. I've never done anything like this before. I've never spent this much before, but I was just compelled to acquire this card as soon as I saw it, and I just needed to find out more about it, look at it in person, and just make sure it was legit. And I am 99.9% sure that this is a legitimate Yu-Gi-Oh card misprint. If you guys want to hear or see more of this card and compare it with other Blue Eyes White Dragons, I'll gladly do it. And yeah, Booty here once again, collecting Blue Eyes White Dragons and other rare Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And just want to say thanks for watching.